How's it going, guys? So I've not made a video in probably the best part of a couple of years. If you're new to the channel, watching this, I was training, reviewing supplements for a number of years. I've always had an issue with weight, and since the last time I think I did this, to be fair, I lost interest, and hence why I stopped making videos, trying products, training, etc. I've always had an issue with my weight, always been on the bigger side. One point, gained a lot of weight, then I lost a lot of weight, constantly training. Probably about 15 years ago, lost about 11 stone in 3 years. While training, etc., while doing the channel. So my weight ballooned up big time in the last couple of years. Was still trying to get into my training, but this was, again, I lost motivation. So I thought, you know what, this has been around for a little while. There's various videos. Let's just see how it works. Okay, so I'm going to break this in segments like I used to from all my supplements. So let's get to it. So when you first start on Mounjaro, you have to start on the entry-level dose, which is 2.5 milligrams. This is the box right here. I got it through Phlo Clinic, as you can see right there. The reason why I used these lot is because they were the best price that I could find, because this is quite expensive. It's quite an expensive investment because it's not a supplement, it is technically medication. So it was £50 your first order. I think regardless what dose you go for, as I was starting for the first ever time, I believe it was, when I first started, £159 for 4 weeks at the entry-level dose. But I did get it down to £109. So this is the pen, 2.5 milligrams with the box. And this is actually what I got with it, to be honest. It's actually pretty cool. I got all these pre-injectable swabs, which is basically a sterilization. So you clean the tip of the pen right there, and obviously you clean the surface area so where you can inject yourself, your torso, your stomach, or your inner thigh. I've yet to do the thigh because, I don't know, for me, stomach, biggest heaviest part. So straight for that, I alternate each injection to my left and my right side of my stomach. Has to be, I think, 3 centimeters away from the belly button. So I got obviously the pen, got quite a lot of swabs, antibacterial swabs. I got this box of the needles, which I don't know, we'll see how many requests, how this video gets, and I'll see if I have to. I mean, there's a million videos out there regarding this, but this is my personal journey. So, okay, so we got the pen, we got 100 of those, which I think is brilliant. I've never seen anything like that, because I've got 2 more doses, but later video. That and a sharps bin, all for medical bin. So you put your needles in there, and then you dispose of it later on as you get there. So all that for £109, £50 off your first order. I will put the link in the description. I think, obviously, because I've used them, if you click the link, I think you also get money off your order, etc. I really recommend it, to be honest. They're really, really cool, very informative, very professional, and yeah. Right, so one of the main things out there is everyone is different, regardless of what you use, whether it was actual supplements when I was training, with certain ingredients, etc. So the side effects of this, everyone varies. A lot of people get quite sick, a lot of people this and that. So in my personal experience, so I took it, believe it was a Tuesday or a Wednesday evening. Tuesday night, that was it. Tuesday night. Wednesday, day off, was totally fine. Thursday to Saturday, that's when I started burping like some nasty egg burp. I didn't have eggs, and I work with the public, and occasionally I had to move away and burp, and it was a dirty burp. It was like a really sick egg feeling. Fortunately, that only lasted up to that weekend. So by say Sunday was like the end of it. And again, while I was starting my second week on the jab, that's it. It was gone. I did have diarrhea in the first week. Honestly, those from Wednesday to Saturday, Sunday, I had nasty egg burp, which was just embarrassing. I had to keep stepping away regularly as well, and diarrhea, like really bad. So I took, like I said, I took it first injection on a Tuesday night. So from Wednesday, that's when I got a bit of a stomach ache. Diarrhea was constant, but to be fair, it only lasted up to the first 4 or 5 days. And I do remember as well, while I first injected it, I injected on my right hand side of my stomach. I did get this sort of like burning sensation after it got injected into my body. So what, you extend this all the way to the number 1. I've broken it, but I'll make that a different video because there's a 5th dose in there, which I'll get to that later on. And I held the pen in for about 5 to 10 seconds while I was injected into myself to make sure I get it all. I did have this slightly afterburn feeling from the injection. I do remember that. Burping, egg, disgusting, and diarrhea. And I think that was about it, really. And like I said, I'm on currently the 5 milligram dose. This literally just got delivered today, 7.5, haven't started it. So I will break this down in various videos, but so far, yeah, that was literally just right. So effectiveness. So for me, it immediately killed my appetite. Immediately. It was worse at the beginning because I kept burping. I had severe diarrhea, which was just embarrassing, especially when you're working. But it killed my appetite. So I wasn't eating everything, and it was just like, I felt like it was flushing out my system. But from the second week onwards, I had no bad symptoms. I felt like my metabolism was going through the roof. I mean, I was trying absolutely everything to lose weight. I felt like it genuinely motivated me. So I went back to the gym, and I've been doing really, really good actually. My diet's been clean. I've not snacked. I used to snack every weekend, guaranteed, the whole weekend as well. I felt fuller. My portions were closer. So I've been fasting. I've done my first 24-hour fast. So I went from 16-hour fast to 18 to straight away 24. I've been doing 24-hour fast quite easily, to be honest. The longest I think I've done was around 27-hour fast. And then I was doing keto, fasting, OMAD, because my metabolism, I felt like it shot up so much and I was eating so little and moving so much. Eventually, obviously, the weight will drop off. So it genuinely, like, it was doing its job. But I felt as I was finishing my dose of the 2.5, and I'll never forget it, I was on my 4th dose on my last 4 or 5 days. I got really hungry. I got really, really hungry. I was starving. It was the first time while I was finishing my 4th dose. Again, this is like the leftover once you do your 4th doses. You can see the lines right there. So this is what they call the golden dose. So I'm left with that. Different video. Came home and I was just like ravenous. Go through the cupboards. Something that I've not done for ages. I didn't have a crazy amount, but I think, I don't know, it was a build up of the dose finishing up into my body, things going back to normal. And at that point, I hadn't ordered my 5 milligram dose, the follow up. So I think everything was just like working up into it. So as you can see, my weight, so I've recorded everything, obviously, for myself, I was never actually ever planning on doing these videos, but you know, I guess it's sort of motivating myself and hopefully others. So, so when I first started taking Mounjaro, I was 20 stone 9 pounds. And the app that I use actually, my weighing scale is called Renfo. So it's like a digital weighing scale. So it gives you a bunch of information from bone density to fat-free mass, weight, etc. But obviously it's just the way that I wanted. So as you can see, I started it the first first week of July, 20 stone 9 pounds. And you can see that it literally just dropped. It did peak a little bit, but at the end of the day, like I said, it killed my appetite. I was more motivated, went back to the gym, and you could see that it genuinely does work. You know, I was making healthier choices. For example, I cut out carbonated drinks. I was just drinking water, eating healthier, eating less, fasting longer, doing OMAD, doing keto, loads of different strategies. So as you can see, I finished off with my weight of the 2.5 milligram dose of Mounjaro at 19 stone 10. So I think that is a total loss of around 13 pounds. So I think 1 stone is 14 pounds. So just under. But yeah, first 4 weeks, honestly, I was really impressed. I mean, this is literally only the beginning. It wasn't just the weight dropping, it's how I felt and my approach to just being healthier. Again, it cut my cravings down, killed them completely, apart from when I was finishing up my dose. I don't know what happened. I just went on a bit of a wild one for about an hour after I came home. I was just really ravenous, something I've not felt at all during my whole experience of Mounjaro, apart from that one time finishing up. But to lose that, being more motivated, actually going back to the gym, eating healthier, feeling fuller, eating less, you know, actually seeing food still left in my plate was just something that I'm not used to be honest, and I love my food. So yeah, that's my overall experience, weight loss so far using Mounjaro.